30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and our home team. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lincoln. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry, 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Hey, stand up.
A toss play, Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ready?
First carry for James Conner. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll be taken down. Let's get in there for the sack.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Ready. Mike, 50 seconds. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Whitaker. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He's scared. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Hatchet. Shift.
On 2nd down now, it's Love. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
To throw on 3rd down, Lincoln. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Charger drive about to get going. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Set, ready? Chain 2 stop. Check. Watch 54. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Check. Topper. Look at me. Zipper. Check the call. Get it.
On 1st down, Whitaker. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? They used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
8, read. Mark 57. Okay, double up. 5.
Looking to throw. Whitaker. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's go now. 2-hand read. Check 52. Come on. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check 9.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lincoln looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start with a give to Connor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, exit. Let's go. Ready?
From the gun, Whitaker. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Whitaker. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if some...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Look, squeeze.
The drive will start with Connor. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On 1st down, here's Love. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
New York.
Back to throw. Lincoln. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Gary Jennings, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Get wide. Go.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Get it.
On first down, Way. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Whitaker. And Ingram hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a first down. A 32-yard pickup.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check the outs out there. 4 down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Whitaker. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He's got a first down past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Love. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Okay, ready, 57.
Here's Love. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 50-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 52. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike 52. That's right, baby. They don't want us.
From the gun, Lincoln. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Jets first down.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From 17 yards out, and the Jets will extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Whitaker. He's got a man, complete, and all the way down to the 37. It's a big one there for the Chargers, 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Counter, and he'll take this one down to the 36. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
He's got Allen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Check. We got heavy. Everybody scoot up. Heavy. Hey, watch 13. General West. Defense, no game. Undercrunch. Check 31. Go.
Again, a run with Connor. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. James Conner, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 77 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Get ready. Snap.
To throw again. Whitaker. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Back to throw. Whitaker, complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Boy, the run on first down a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Set 70, Indy.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
2nd and 15. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down. Lincoln into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Love. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 52. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
This is Love. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd and 2, Lincoln. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. In for the score. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And now it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to the air on second down. Whitaker. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Watch his flag. Watch his flag. Deuce, 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 deuce.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You go tight. You got tight.
On first down, Love. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill, kill, kill.
Here's Love again. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So on 4th down, Adam Gase turns to the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Looking to throw. Whitaker. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Rivers came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Whitaker. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that?
And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, it's Love. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on 1st down. It's Love, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Allen, the intended receiver. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double. The thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive do anything wrong, whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the... It was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.